world travellers, and welcome back. Where am I today? I'm on Gili Meno. Gili Meno is one of the 3 Gili Islands located off the northwest coast of Lombok in Indonesia. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you may know that I've been to the Gili Islands before. However, it's my first time on Gili Meno. Now, Gili Meno is the smallest and arguably the quietest of the 3 Gili Islands. It's often referred to as the honeymoon island because many people, particularly from Australia or New Zealand, will come here on their honeymoon after getting married. Not only in this video I'm going to show you some things to do, I'm going to show you some high-end accommodation if you're on your honeymoon or if you're in a family. Also, I'm going to show you some budget options as always. So why don't you come along with me and we'll discover Gili Meno. It's really good to be back on YouTube, by the way. Happy days, let's go. Now firstly, if you're worried about money, don't worry because there are ATMs on Gili Meno. Basically, just get off the boat, turn left, and you'll find 3 different ones. There's a Mandiri one, and then there's these 2, which are right next to each other. So you don't have to worry. Now that you've got your money, we'll move on to accommodation. This is where I'm staying. It's the Casablanca Hotel and Restaurant, one of the lower end kind of accommodations you'll find on Gili Meno. So let's go and have a look.
Are you ready, maybe? Are you willing to run? Are you ready to let yourself drown? Are you holding your breath? Are you ready or not?
Okay, well this one is unpacking married life, eh? Let me tell you a little bit about the Casablanca Hotel and Restaurant. So it's about 5 minutes away from the beach, so it's slightly away from all the other accommodations, which is good. The cost is 165,000 Rupiah, which is very good value, especially if you're looking for a private room or guest house on Gili Meno. One thing to look out for is the fact that the place is currently being renovated, which probably does explain the reduced price. However, the guy running it, Ramesses, is fantastic. It's very basic. You've got a bed, you've got a mosquito net, you've got a very basic bathroom. Look, I found some money. Can we please go and stay somewhere else? Whatever, okay, we'll go and look for somewhere a little bit more expensive while this one has a sleep. Right, I'll let him sleep it off. How about going to see one of the more high-end accommodations on Gili Meno? Come with me. So I'm now at a more high-end accommodation on Gili Meno. This is the Kura Beach Resort, and they've kindly allowed me to have a look around so I can show you the kind of accommodation you can get for a bit more money. So how much is the Kura per night?
1.8, 1,800,000.
1,800,000, and there's that high season?
Yeah.
And that's right now? So,
yes.
Cool. And what's low season?
1.5.
1.5 million. So I'll put the different exchange rates next to my head as always. Thank you very much. Lovely, wonderful, and make sure you come here if you've got a bit more money. Lovely, thank you. And the last point on accommodation is that you'll notice that many aspects of Gili Meno do tend to be slightly dilapidated compared to Gili Trawangan or Gili Air. It is less touristy. This was obviously a accommodation at some point with a nice swimming pool, clearly not anymore. It's part of the charm of Gili Meno, at least that's what I'm telling myself. On that note, I'm going to show you 10 things very quickly. 10 things to do on Gili Meno. Number 1, go for a walk. The island is very small, so you can walk around the island very easily. Number 2, bird watching. There's a lake in the middle of the island and there's a little bird watching place up there where you can watch the birds from if that's your sort of thing. Number 3, of course, is sunbathing. Just look at that beach, look at that sea, absolutely lush. Point number 4 is a really great thing to do. It's behind me. It's the Gili Meno Turtle Sanctuary. Now, if you've been snorkelling on the Gili Islands like I have and not seen any turtles, This is largely because the habitat for these turtles is being destroyed. You just got to have a look at the coral to tell that's happening because it's all dead. So this place was set up by a local, and they basically nurture the eggs and release them into the wild once they're 8 months old, and you can give a donation to this place to make sure they can keep running so they can feed the turtles. So yeah, if you haven't seen some turtles when snorkeling, come here because there's millions of them. It's lovely. Number 5, food. Have something to eat. Now the food isn't that amazing here, however, look at this. Smoked salmon and Philadelphia. Finally I found something without hidden onions in it. Beautiful. And chips with chili sauce. Lush. Point number 6, very simply, go for a swim. The sea's gorgeous. Points 7 and 8 are diving and snorkelling. Now, snorkelling you can do it yourself. You can rent a mask and flippers for a very cheap price. Alternatively, you can do a tour, which costs 100,000 rupiah and takes you to all 3 Gili Islands, with a great opportunity of seeing some fish and possibly some turtles. Check that out up above, and it's in the description below, to see snorkelling in more detail. Point number 9, why not take some time to walk into the middle of Gili Meno, where you get an opportunity to see real Gili Island life. You'll meet families, you'll see that they live in a little small house with a chicken for some eggs, and one of them, a cow, for some milk. Now, I've got to try and get out of this field without stepping in cow poo. I'm going to go and show you point number 10. Yeah, you guessed it, point number 10 is to come and see the sunset. Just come over to the west side of the island, facing Gili T over there, to see that sunset, and I'm sure you will agree in a moment, it's amazing. Now, if you're looking for some more Gili T related content, check down in the description box below. You can access the playlist, there's loads of Gili related videos in there. And one final point, if you are a budget backpacker, or indeed, as I said earlier, considering coming to Gili Meno for your honeymoon, and you need a little bit more convincing, then take a look at this. I'll catch you later. This is where I'm staying. It's the Casablanca, oh, I forgot the fucking name.